Greg Williams is to his right, and to his left is Don Church. There's the approach, there's the kick, a very short kick taken by one of the upbacks at the 27-yard line, heading for the right sideline down across the 40, and finally forced out of bounds at the 43-yard line is Damian Strasser. So the Steelmen get a nice return on a very short kickoff by the Admiral Sestelli.
But they kept Hakeem Caven from running it all the way back.
That's true. So the Steelmen will take over on their own 42-yard line, 1st and 10. Quarterback, as we mentioned, is Frank Shreves. Wambi Davis is the fullback, and Hakeem Caven is the tailback. Jeff Dudziak is the tight end. We'll start out with Greg Williams as a wide receiver to the left. He will flank to the left. Dave Nyman will split wide to the right. We have a slot back to the right as well. Backs are in the eye. Now Dudziak, the tight end, will come in motion. He'll come back in motion the other way, and we've got a flag on the play.
It took an awful long time. I'm thinking maybe just a little too much time. Of course, no flag went.
Yep. Now I can see it. Admiral King lined up offside.
They got it in the zone, the neutral zone.
So 5 yards on the Admirals, and it'll be 1st and 5 now for the Steelmen without even running a play at their own 47-yard line. Not exactly the way Tom Ilsisko wanted this one to start out.
No, Terry King's happy about picking up 5 yards with no effort, though.
Again, Greg Williams will be out wide to the left. Nyman will be out wide to the right. Dudziak, a wingback to the right, will come in motion to the left. Now comes back to the right. Shreves, the long count. Back to throw on 1st down. The left-hander gets hit as he throws, and the ball will fall incomplete at the 50-yard line. Putting on the rush for the Admirals was number 51, Michael O'Neill. Left-hand passer, and he hit him right on the arm as he let the ball go.
Well, the thing was, it was kind of a slow developing play, but there were 3 Admirals on him as he had his left arm back.
Shreves last week against Midview was 3 of 9 for 37 yards. 2nd down and 5 from the Steelman 47-yard line.
Interesting that with only 9 attempts all last game that they open up with a pass play here in this game.
Williams comes out of the ball game. Nyman is flanked out to the right. We have Strasser split wide to the left. Now Nyman comes in motion to the left. The backs are in the eye. On 2nd down and 5, they give us to Caven. Caven trying to run wide to the left is strung out on the play. Flags go down, and he is knocked down at the 49-yard line, just shy of the 50 by Lewis Payne of the Admirals.
And the Admirals did a good job of stringing that out.
Never let him really be able to cut inside. He was looking to try to turn it upfield, wasn't quite able to. And we've got a penalty, and the preliminary indication is going to be holding against the Steelmen. So the Admirals have a bit of a decision to make. They can push him back 10 and make it still 2nd down, or they can take the play and bring up 3rd down on about 2.5 to 3 for the 1st down at the 49-yard line of Lorain.
Yeah, that is a bit of a decision at this stage. Chances are they're going to put him back, though.
They're talking with the defensive captain, Tyrone Brown.
And it looks like they're going to put him back.
And they are going to march it down. From the point of the foul, the ball will come all the way back to the 40-yard line, 41-yard line make it. So it'll now be 2nd down and 11 for the Steelmen. Strasser will be wide to the right. Wide to the left will be either Zabel or Church. I can't make out if that's a 45 or a 46. Backs are in the eye. Dudziak will come in motion to the right. Shreves back to throw. Looks, fires right sideline for Dudziak, and it's almost intercepted by Henry Patterson in the flat. Patterson got a hand on it, but couldn't quite come down with it.
Well, the Admirals, that's 2 of them that the Admirals have had float through their hands. They really got a nose for the ball tonight.
That was a nice drop back on his position by Patterson as well. From his outside linebacker position, because Dudziak was open on the right sideline. 3rd down and 11. Zabel again will be out wide to the left. Williams will split wide right.
Interesting call. They're going for it on 4th down.
No, this is 3rd down.
3rd down. My mistake. Oh, I forgot about the penalty.
Dudziak will come in motion to the right. Backs are in the eye. Shreves on the pitch to Caven. Caven tries to find some running room, and there is nothing there as he is bowled under for a loss back at his own 37-yard line. He took the pitch, and the Admirals had 4 or 5 white jerseys just come storming through there. Chris Walker was the first one. Jason Jackson was the second one.
They had him all boxed in. He just stopped dead in his tracks and was looking to say, hey, there's no hole.
Officially a 5-yard loss back to the 36-yard line. That will bring up a 4th down and 16, and a penalty or in a punting situation for Nate Sikora. 10 men on the line, but they bounce back and go back into punt formation. Line drive kick, bounces and hits one of the Steelmen and will be down at the 38-yard line.
That's a shame. That was going to go a little farther.
Make that the 34-yard line.
Sikora's punt down by number 81, Jason Pye. King takes over 1st and 10.
Jason Pye was the player who downed it. He did not mean to. It just kind of took a bounce and bounced into him. Okay, now for the Admirals on offense. Quarterback will be Tony Atkinson. Tom Ilsisko said he had a good week of practice. Tyrone Brown will be the fullback. Tailback will be Lewis Payne. Patterson will be out wide to the right. DeTilio will be in the slot to the left. First down, Atkinson fumbles the snap. There's a dive for it and a scramble at about the 33-yard line. We'll see who comes up with it.
There's your full moon.
And it's going to be Lorain's football.
I'll be darned.
Dave Larson comes up with the fumble recovery. So the first turnover of the ball game, right on the very first snap for the Admirals offensively.
What a break for the Steelmen right off the bat. Not a way you want to start the game offensively for the Admirals by any stretch.
7th fumble lost on the year by the Admirals, and that is the 8th fumble recovery by the Steelmen. 1st and 10 for Lorain at the Admiral King 33-yard line. Strouser is out wide to the left, Nyman to the right, backs are in the eye. On first down, they give us to Caven up the middle. Caven fumbles the ball at the 30, and it falls forward to the 26-yard line, where it was recovered by number 23 for the Admirals, Gabe Vasquez. That ball squirted loose, and it went right to Vasquez on a line, and he dropped to his knees and fell on it.
Well, turnabout fair play. Yeah, that ball just, I mean, you couldn't, it's like squeezing a grape out of its skin. Just like that.
What's amazing is he caught it on the fly.
Yeah, he caught it on the fly. A heads up, good eyes. He was probably the most surprised out there.
Turnovers are traded by the teams. 8th fumble lost by the Steelmen. 3rd fumble recovery by the Admirals. 1st and 10 for the Admirals at their own 26-yard line. Out of the eye, they give us to Payne up the middle. Payne trying to find some running room will go over right tackle and will get up close to the 28-yard line. Near the 29, Chris Holko was in on the stop. He was helped by Nate Sikora. Pickup of 2, 2nd down and 8. 9:29 remaining to go in the first period. No score.
We hope you're enjoying tonight's second half of the high school football doubleheader here at WEOL Elyria Lorain.
Hagwood will be out wide to the left. Split wide right is Patterson. An I left formation in the backfield. DeTilio the back to the left of the eye. He takes the handoff, gets across the 30 and spins his way down on the right side to near the 32, close to the 33-yard line.
That's some good hard running.
Jason Christensen and Dan Forbes and Frank Shreves all in on the tackle. Ball spotted actually a little closer to the 34-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd down and about 3 yards to go for the first down. You don't normally see the handoff to the eye to the back, who's to the left of the eye and the power eye on in that formation. Now Hagwood will be wide to the left. DeTilio in the slot to the left. Backs are in the eye. Patterson wide right. Atkinson back to throw his first on play action. Throws the football. It's tipped up in the air and incomplete at midfield. It was intended for Nathan Factor at the 50-yard line, but Jason Christensen came cutting across and deflected the ball away.
The hand doesn't get up there. It's a complete pass.
Yeah.
Because he was right there. Had it right on the money.
4th down in a punting situation. Nate Buck will be back to punt. Dropping back in single safety will be Frank Shreves. He'll stand at about his 33-yard line. Good snap. Here comes the rush, and the kick is away. Nice spiral. High kick. Shreves falls to his knees at the 37, 38-yard line. I believe he called for a fair catch, but it wouldn't have mattered even if he had it, as he went down to his knee to field the punt. But a nice kick by Buck under good pressure. So the Steelmen will take over again in fairly decent field position, this time at their own 38-yard line. As they break out of the huddle, Strausser will be wide to the right. Zabel will be a flanker to the left, and the backs are in the eye. Now Zabel will come in motion to the right. Pat Shreves, he hands off to Caven, 40. Caven heads for the left sideline, turns the corner at the 45, hit by one man and forced out of bounds at the 48, near the 49-yard line. Lewis Payne knocked him out of bounds at the Lorain 49-yard line. That should be enough for a first down where the ball is spotted. The officials taking a look at it, and they give him the first down call. In fact, the Steelmen were so sure they were already coming out of the huddle.
Pick up a 12. Not bad.
Strausser will be out wide to the left to make that to the right. Nyman will be a flanker left. Backs are in the eye. 1st and 10 from their 49-yard line. Shreves in the handoff to Caven up the middle, 50, 45-yard line. Flag on the play. Jason Jackson makes the tackle at the 45-yard line for the Admirals. We'll see if the play stands.
Sorry, Bob. Interesting flag there because Caven was already on the ground when the flag came down, and well, it's going to be a hold against the Steelmen.
Second time the Steelmen have been hit by a holding penalty tonight.
And that'll erase a nice 4-yard gain by Hakeem Caven.
Of course, they march the penalty off from the point of the foul. That will bring the ball back to the 40-yard line. Actually, the 41-yard line. Heel of the football just shy of the stripe at the 40. So we'll call it the 41-yard line. Bring up 2nd down and 20. Or 1st down and 20. Nyman will be out wide to the right. Williams will be split left. Backs are in the eye behind Shreves. Nyman will come in motion to the left. Fake handoff. Shreves on the option. Turns the corner. 40, 45. Shreves is all the way out to the 48, near the 49-yard line, where Jason Jackson makes the tackle for the Admirals.
Almost got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Herb Hagwood was also there for Admiral King.
That was a nice fake out of the line, though.
Yes, it was.
Out of the snap.
And then he did a nice job with the tailback Caven trailing him on the play. The defenders had to come up, but they couldn't come up too quickly because if they commit too quickly, Vinny can just pitch the ball out and give Caven the corner. 2nd down 11. Just shy of the 49-yard line. Fake handoff. Here's the pitch to Caven. Caven turns the corner left side 50. Breaks a tackle 45. Left side fine 40. He is forced out of bounds by Chris Walker at the 32-yard line of Admiral King.
Boy, he did a nice job. He had one guy try to string that play out. He just kind of leaped over him and then managed to pick up another 12 yards or so on his own before the Admirals ran him down.
And that was a nice setup play, Mike, because they ran the option the first time. That time they faked to the fullback again, but the quarterback didn't really move. He just kind of pitched back to the tailback, and he got around the corner.
Now they're looking to get Caven around those corners. Once he turns the corners, he can use his speed to really take off.
Strausser is out wide to the left. Zabel a flanker right, Dudziak tight right. Backs are in the eye, 1st and 10 Steelman at the Admirals' 32-yard line. Shreves again, a long snap. Movement in the line. Abrahamowicz jumped across the line. Now we'll see if he was drawn or if he committed on his own.
I didn't see any movement on the Steelman's part. Looked like a voice cadence kind of thing.
5 yards on the offside penalty. Second time the Admirals have been hit for that. And the Steelmen will have a 1st and 5 at the 27-yard line. 6:59 remaining to play in the first quarters. No score.
Unofficially, Hakeem Caven has 3 carries, 26 yards so far here early in this ballgame.
Nyman flanks right. Strausser splits left. Shreves back to throw. fires out on the right flat. Pass is caught on a dive by Dudziak at the 25-yard line. That will be a 2-yard completion. Jason Jackson had the pressure and the coverage for the Admirals. So 2nd down and 3 for the Steelmen at the Admiral 25-yard line. Shreves just led Dudziak a little bit too much, and he had to leave his feet to catch the football. But he made a nice diving catch. Out of the eye. Nyman coming in motion from right to left. Williams wide to the left. They give to Caven, right side. Nice spin move inside the 25, down to the 21-yard line, and a 1st down.
Well, he spun out of one tackle right at the line and then managed to spin out of that and into the arms of somebody else, but he picked up another 3 yards on his own.
You know, Lorain has had a nice history of excellent ball carriers. Well, for that matter, so has the Admirals. But Hakeem Caven has really come on strong for them, especially in the last couple of ball games. And he's running very well so far early in tonight's game. 1st and 10 for the Steelmen. Ball at the Admirals' 21-yard line. Eye in the formation. Zabo flanks right. Williams splits left. Zabo comes in motion right. On the option, there's the pitch to Caven, trying to turn the corner. At the 20, he's hit by Jackson and goes down at the 20. We got a flag on the play. Patterson and Jackson forced him out of bounds. One of them may have gotten him on the face mask.
Face mask or unsportsmanlike, one or the other.
It's going to be face mask on the Admirals. So the gain will be officially a yard for Caven, and then you chalk on the penalty after the play.
Interesting to see that, you know, the Admirals are really doing a good job of stringing those out, and that time there's just an inadvertent hand up on the mask.
Well, one of the two defenders was coming at an angle from in front of him. The other was coming from behind, and as one hit him and he began to twist down, his head came up, and the other player coming in, then I think his hand was high, and he just happened to catch the face mask that way.
But it backs the Admirals up nonetheless.
Face mask against the Admirals. That puts the ball down at the Admiral King 10-yard line, and it gives Lorain a 1st down. Well, the ball is just outside the 10, so they can get a 1st down without getting in the end zone.
Well, they went half the distance there, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Strouser will be wide to the right. Short side of the field is to the left. That's where Nyman is split. Backs are in the eye. 1st and 10 from just outside the 10. Nyman will come in motion to the right. Shreves to give to Caven up the middle. Caven goes over to the left side now and gets down inside the 10 to near the 7-yard line. Patterson was in on the stop. DeTilio was also there for the Admirals. Ball is at the 7-yard line, actually the 6-yard line. So make it 2nd down and 6. Have to get just inside the 1 for the 1st down. Strouser out wide to the right. Zabo a flanker left. The pitch to Caven to the short side of the field to the left. He strung out nicely on the play as cutting inside was Michael O'Neill to make the tackle for a loss of a yard back to the 7.
Great individual effort by O'Neill to shoot through there, fight off the block. I was watching the block that time because the tackle and the tight end were really doing a job on that right-hand or that left-hand side of the line. And from his linebacker position just came in and did a good shoelace tackle.
4.5 minutes remaining to play here in quarter number 1. There's no score. Lorain is looking at a 3rd down and 6 from the 7-yard line. Williams splits wide to the left. Zabo flanks to the right. Backs are in the eye. He'll come in motion. Zabo to the right. The fake to Davis on the keeper. Shreves turns the corner, gets down inside the far to the 3 near the 2-yard line. Stop was made by Tyrone Brown down at the 2. Well, so it'll be 4th and about a yard and a half.
That was one of those, you know, you take a look at the option out there, and the back may have been able to scoot around the end. But get down to the 2, that's a pretty good gain.
Steelmen are going to go for it. 4th from and about a yard and a half to go for the 1st down, 2 yards for the touchdown.
Let's go!
Shreves, the give to Caven, left side, breaks the tackle, touchdown. Shreves broke out of the grasp of Gabe Vasquez at the 2-yard line as he went on a counter move from his right to his left. And once he broke away from Vasquez, he got into the end zone for the score. For King Caven, that is his 5th TD of the season.
That drive went 63 yards in 10 plays.
And the Steelmen got on the board first. Ben Sikora for the point after. Good snap, ball down. The kick is up and it was blocked.
Got a hand on it in the middle of the line.
One of the Admirals got a hand on it to knock it down. Henry Patterson's holding his hand up. So the kick is no good. 3:22 remaining in the first period. Lorain 6, Admiral King nothing. We'll be right back. Steelmen get on the board first on a 2-yard run by King Caven, but the extra point attempt was low and it was blocked. So the Steelmen are up 6-0. 3:22 remaining in the first period. And we're getting set now for Lorain to kick the ball off.
Don't forget, this is the second half of high school football doubleheader action on WEOL tonight. Our first game with Wally and Tim over at Knights of Columbus Field have the Panthers of Elyria Catholic playing host to Lorain Catholic. And interspersed in our ball game tonight, you're going to be hearing from Al Hersman with the WEOL high school football scoreboard. So do stay on board all evening long. And then Al will have updates all night long as well on the scoreboard scene as well. Jim Allen tomorrow morning at 7:35 and 8:40 right here at the Sports Authority, WEOL.
Ben Sikora set to kick off for the Steelmen. There's the approach and the kick. Good kick, heads over to the left sideline where it's taken by Hagwood at his 10 to the 15. Heads to the middle of the field and gets buried at the 18.
Wow, the Steelmen got fired up on that kickoff.
And the man who kicked off made the tackle.
And it was a good tackle, too.
Ben Sikora was there to make the tackle. Rick Zabel was also there to help him out. So the Admirals, 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line. They had the ball for one play, their first possession, and they fumbled it.
An inauspicious start, to say the very least.
Here we go, 1st and 10. I formation in the backfield. Patterson will be out wide to the right. Handoff goes to the fullback. And up near the 20-yard line for a gain of 2 will be Tyrone Brown.
45, Tyrone Brown, the ball carrier.
2nd down and 8. We're inside 2:50 to go. Of course, the Steelmen fumbled it right back to the Admirals then, but then the Admirals really couldn't move the football and had to punt to Lorain. And then the Steelmen took the punt and took it in for the touchdown on the drive after the punt. Hagwood will be out wide to the left. Patterson wide to the right. Wing back to the right. Backs are in the eye. Here's the pitch to Mosley. Mosley tried to get a block, cuts inside of one block, and just gets down to the 25-yard line on a nice run of 5 yards. And one of the Admirals is down. Jason Christensen and Nate Sikora in on the tackle for the Steelmen. Phil Rutkowski, right guard for the Admirals, was shaken up on the play. He threw a block. And also throwing a block there. I said Mosley. I'm sorry, I meant Lewis Paint. See, I told you I've been doing these games too long. Kowski jogged off under his own power, so the Admirals are looking at a 3rd down and 3 from the 25-yard line. There's the pitch to Payne, trying to go around his left end, and the Steelmen have it well bottomed up. And he'll get a yard at best to the 26, maybe 2 to the 27, and that would be about it. They'll spot him at the 27, and the Admirals have another player down. And this is Tyrone Brown, the fullback, who was shaken up on the play. Buck will be back. Shreves again in punt and to receive the punt. Good snap. Here comes the rush. The kick is away. Low spiral. Hits at the 40, 50, and will roll down to the 46-yard line of Lorain.
He was lucky to get that off. If he takes that much time and the Admiral and the Steelmen continue to send people, going to get one blocked.
2 weeks ago, Midview did block one on him. Minute 23 remaining to go in the first period. It's been a long first quarter.
Yes, it has.
Steelmen lead 6-0. Frank Shreves at quarterback. We'll have Strausser out wide to the right. Dudziak will be tight to the left, and Nyman will flank to the left. Backs are in the eye. Now Nyman will come in motion to the right. Shreves on the pitch to the right side to Caven. Caven cuts inside a block to the 50. He'll get to the Admiral King 49-yard line, where he is knocked down by number 60, Chuck Nelson. 5-yard pickup, second down and 5 yards to go for Caven. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Nyman comes out, Zabo comes in. Strasser again will be wide right. Tight left Dudziak, Zabo will flank left. Back still in the eye. Zabo in motion to the right. Shreves on the give to Caven, left tackle. Caven some running room inside the 45, belted down at the 43-yard line. He'll be close to a first down.
A nice gain, but he paid the price.
Tony Atkinson knocked him down, but he should have the first down at the 43-yard line and does. He looked like he had a lot of running room there. He hit the line, moved forward, and then all of a sudden Atkinson hit him high and he went down like he ran into a board.
And Hakeem seeing the Yeoman's action tonight. So far, 8 carries and 42 yards unofficially.
And they haven't started the clock up yet as they move the marker for the first down.
Now
Steelman come to the huddle. Now they'll start the clock. We'll have to hurry to get it in as we've only got 13 seconds to go in the quarter. Williams wide to the left. Zabo flanks right. Backs are in the eye on 1st and 10. Shreves back to throw. Sets. Fires long down the left sideline, and it is caught by Williams at the 15. He is down to the 12 to the 10-yard line as the quarter comes to an end. Lewis Payne makes the tackle. That's the end of the first quarter at George Daniel. The score, Lorain 6, Admiral King nothing. We'll be right back.
The defender, like you say, and coming back to the ball.
1st and 10 for the Steelmen at the Admiral 11-yard line. Backs are in the eye, movement in the line by the Admirals.
Third time.
Getting a little anxious now. Offside on the Admirals. 5 yards will put the ball at the 6-yard line. And that'll make it 1st and 5 from the 6. Strasser will be out wide to the right. Nyman is out to the left. Davis and Caven, the running backs, behind Frank Shreves at quarterback. The handoff to Caven, left side, gets a block from Davis, tries to turn the corner, gets inside the 5, is forced out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Lewis Payne over there to force him out of bounds. Henry Patterson and Jason Jackson also helped out on the play.
And again, the Admirals string that out.
So a gain of 2 to the 4. 2nd down and about 2 to go. For the first down, they have to get to the 1 for the first down. Strasser will be out wide to the left. Zabel a flanker right. Backs are in the eye. Now Zabel comes in motion to the right. Handoff to Caven, try to get around the right and flag on the play. Hits inside a block at the 2 to the 1. He's in the end zone. Now we'll see if it counts.
He did a good job. He did a job of rolling off blocks and like using picks, and did a good job of screening off of them. But it looks like it's coming back.
That's it is. As soon as he saw the official go by, Frank Shreves immediately signaled Terry King on the sideline, holding on the Steelman. So someone tell the Lorain band to cool it. The penalty from the point of the foul will come back out to the 14-yard line. And that will bring up 2nd down and 13 now for the Steelmen at the Admiral King 14-yard line. Nyman will flank to the left. Dudziak will be tight left. Strasser splits very wide to the right. Backs are in the eye behind Shreves. Nyman comes in motion to the right. Shreves, the fake handoff, the keeper. He gets hit and dropped, no gain.
Nothing there.
Tried to go with the option. He faked the handoff to Davis, tried to turn the corner. Admiral stayed home that time. Abrahamowitz and O'Neill making the tackle for the Admirals. No gain on the play, 3rd and 13.
Good overall defense by the Admirals. The Admirals played pretty good defense here in the first half all the way around.
That they have. As they break the huddle, Zabel will be a flanker to the right. Dudziak will be tight right. Wide left is Strasser. Backs are in the eye. 3rd and 13 from the 14. Shreves to throw. Steps up in the pocket, runs with it, and gets down to about the 11, near the 10-yard line. Put the ball fairly to the center of the field. So that will be a gain of 4 to the 10. 4th down and 9, and Ben Sikora will be on to attempt the field goal. Sikora has already kicked 3 field goals this year from 22, 34, and 27 yards. This one at the 10, there'll be about a 27-yarder, 26-yarder, 27-yarder, we'll call it. And pretty much straight on.
He was booming them in practice before the game.
High snap, ball down. Kick is up, line drive, and it is good.
Good job by the Steelmen with a high snap. Get it down and get it up.
10:19 remaining to go in the first half. Lorain 9, Admiral King nothing. We'll be right back. Kind of a moral victory, keeping the Steelmen out of the end zone. Ben Sikora is set to kick off once again. Payne and Hagwood back in double safety. There's the kick. Hens it over to the right side again. The ball will bounce over the head. Ball still loose on the ground, and diving on it is Hagwood, and he'll finally come up over the 15-yard line as Greg Williams leveled him.
Very dangerous indeed. And Steelmen are fired up. They want to play some football here.
Well, Hagwood kind of got caught in no man's land because the ball bounced. He tried to come up under it, and it bounced a little bit over his head. So then he went back for it, tried to pick it up, missed it the first time he tried to pick it up. Then he saw the onslaught of the black jerseys, and he finally just fell on it, and Williams made him pay for it.
Yeah. Well, he did the smart thing by just falling on it, too.
Paul Abrahamowitz now in the ballgame at fullback for Admiral King, replacing Brown. On first down, Atkinson rolls right, fires. Pass is caught and dropped at about the 18-yard line. The pass intended for DeTilio incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Situation where I think the ball was in Tony's grasp, and he turned to look upfield and just didn't bring it in.
Plus the fact he was fighting to keep his balance, too.
2nd down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Patterson wide to the right, Hagwood wide left. Wing back, right backs are in the eye. Atkinson, fake handoff, throw over the middle, passes off the hands of DeTilio and incomplete at the 25-yard line. That time the pass was a little bit behind him. Jason Christensen had the coverage, and if he'd been able to keep his balance, he might have gotten an interception on the tip drill.
Well, that's a third pass like that that's gone into dangerous territory as far as the Admirals are concerned, where it's been off like the tip drill, like you say.
Atkinson last week against Sandusky was 6 of 15 for 76 yards. No touchdowns. He was picked off once. DeTilio will be a wing back, slot back to the left this time. He'll come in motion to the right. Factor is wide to the left. Patterson wide to the right. Back to throw. Atkinson airs it out long down the field and incomplete at the 35-yard line. Tempted for DeTilio once again. Dudziak had the underneath coverage. Back deep was Christensen. So 4th down and 10 after 3 incomplete passes. Wait a minute, we got a flag on the play.
That was a real nice effort by DeTilio. If he had caught that, boy, we would have been talking about that one, making our highlight film for the season.
And how, because he dove for it. Penalty's going to go against Lorain. It's going to be 15 yards and give a first down. Personal foul, roughing the passer. I'll be honest with you, I didn't even see Atkinson get hit.
We were too busy watching DeTilio.
But it didn't seem as if anyone was near him when he threw the ball, so that's how late that hit must have been.
You know, that's the first down for the Admirals tonight. It comes by penalty.
Yep. Same way the Steelman's first down came. 5-yard offside. Back to throw. Atkinson flares it out on the left side for Patterson. Makes the jump ball catch and goes out of bounds at the 45 near the 46-yard line.
Well, you were right about a jump ball catch right there. That was a floater.
Frank Shreves, who's seen a few jump balls in his time from the Lorain basketball team, had the coverage. And that's another first down for the Admirals at their own 46-yard line. So the penalty may have given them a life.
Yeah, that's the first completion for Tony Atkinson. 1 of 5, and that was the gain, 16 yards.
On first down, handoff goes to DeTilio, the wingback, and DeTilio hit at the line, falls forward for a gain of about a yard. Dudziak had the tackle for the Steelman, and we got a late flag thrown after the ball was already blown dead. Dead ball foul, we'll see what it is.
Usually a personal foul. Yeah.
Personal foul on Lorain. And the player was just ejected.
Oh my gosh.
And in keeping with our policy that these are high school kids and they don't get paid to play, we'll just say a player was ejected. First and 10 for Lorain, for Admiral King at the Lorain 38-yard line. So the Admirals' 2 biggest gains on this drive have been by way of penalty. Out of the I formation, Patterson will be wide right. DeTilio will be a slot back to the left. Hagwood is wide to the left. Fake to DeTilio, and the handoff is to DeTilio in the end around, and he gets stripped down. Making the play was Frank Shreves down at the 36-yard line for a 2-yard pickup.
That play smelled to me because DeTilio, the way he was trailing, he wasn't cutting across. He was kind of floating around the backfield there. I said, something going on here.
Factor will be wide to the left. DeTilio a wingback left. Patterson wide to the right. Backs are in the I. 2nd down and 8. Atkinson fake handoff. Quick pop over the middle. Ball batted up in the air and intercepted. Pass was intercepted by Ben Zakora off the tip at the 35. He will be brought down at the 38-yard line. They faked the handoff. Atkinson was trying to go for a quick slant pattern to Factor. Ball was tipped into the hands then of Ben Sikora, who intercepted it. I think Jason Christensen was the man who tipped it to him. So the turnover, that is the 2nd interception thrown by Atkinson, the 6th pass intercepted by the Steelman defense this season. Nyman coming in motion to the left on 1st and 10 from their 39-yard line. The give is to Wambi Davis over the right tackle. Davis still on his feet, still moving, and he does a lot of running for a 1-yard gain. Herb Hagwood on the tackle along with Chris Walker. 1-yard gain, 2nd down and 9. 7:55 remaining in the first half. 9-0 in favor of the Steelman. Strauser will be out wide to the left. Zabo flanks to the right. Ball on the right hash mark. Backs are in the I. Fake to the fullback. On the keeper, Shreves turns upfield, gets to the 41 near the 42-yard line. As he ran smack dab that time into Chuck Nelson.
He didn't have any other thing to do. I mean, there was no room on the short side of the field for the trailing back on the option, so he basically had to eat it and take it upstairs.
So he gets the gain out to the 42-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. Have to get the ball to the 49-yard line for the first down. Williams will split wide to the left. Zabo again out wide right. Dudziak a wingback right. Comes in motion to the left. Backs are in the I. Shreves back to throw. Under a rush. Forced out of the pocket. Hit as he throws long. It's going to be tipped up in the air. Almost intercepted by Walker, then almost intercepted by Patterson down at the 35-yard line of the Admirals, but there is a flag on the play.
First Walker hit it, then Patterson tips it, and then Walker hits it again, and Patterson tips it up in the air again, and it falls down.
The pass was intended for Williams. Illegal motion is the penalty call. So do you?
Yeah, interesting call here, because if you decline it, it brings up 4th down.
That's right.
And they're going to decline.
That's right. 4th down. Herb Hagwood will be back in single safety. Dan Forbes will be in to punt. Standing at their 30-yard line is Hagwood. Flag on the play as the snap came back to Forbes.
Something seemed a little quick there.
Illegal procedure, Lorain. 5 yards against the Steelman will bring the ball from the 42 back to the 37-yard line. Makes it 4th and 13 now. And Hagwood moves up 5 yards closer to the 35-yard line. Dan Forbes is not the normal punter. 10 men on the line, making an 8-man rush. Here they come. Kick is away, end over end. The ball gets a nice bounce inside the 30 to the 25, down to the 24-yard line.
Not a real great kick, but a great roll.
This Payne goes off the field under his own power. On 1st down, rolling to the left is Atkinson, looking to throw. He turns upfield at the 25, falls forward to the 26, goes out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
Kind of a late decision by Atkinson to turn it upfield, because the play was already well strung out, and Steelman had that pretty well defensed.
3-yard pickup, 2nd down and 7. Hagwood will come in with the play. Jason Jackson, number 2, is now in at tailback for the Admirals.
That was the first run for Tony Atkinson on the evening.
DeTilio will be a slot back to the left. Hagwood is out wide to the left. Patterson wide right. Atkinson on play action, back to throw, steps up in the pocket, fires, passes incomplete at the 31-yard line. It was intended for DeTilio. DeTilio went to the air to try to bring it in, but as he came down, he just couldn't quite get his arms into his body. It's as if his momentum was taking him backwards and he couldn't bring the ball with him. So that will bring up a 3rd down and 8 for the Admirals at their own 27-yard line. Factor will be wide to the left. DeTilio will be a wing back to the right. Patterson is wide to the right. Backs are in the eye. DeTilio comes in motion to the left. Fake handoff, back to throw. Atkinson fires. It is intercepted down at the 40-yard line by Greg Williams, and he's to the 35. Pass was intended for Patterson. It was thrown way out in front of him, and Greg Williams just came out of nowhere to pick the ball off from his cornerback position.
2nd interception on the night. 3 turnovers over on the Admirals so far.
And that gives Lorain a 1st down at the Admiral King 35-yard line. Steelmen are leading 9-0 with 5.5 minutes remaining to go in the 1st half.
More importantly, great field position for the Steelmen.
Strouser will be out wide to the left. Nyman flanks to the right. Backs are in the eye. Now Nyman comes in motion to the left. Shreves fakes the pitch, rolls to his right. It looks like a busted play.
Yeah, it sure did.
As he got busted back down at the 46-yard line for a loss of 1.
He was looking for somebody behind him. There was nobody there.
Michael O'Neill makes the tackle. It looked as if he wanted to pitch around to his right side, and both his running backs took off to the left.
Because as soon as he came back, I figured he was going to bootleg, and they started looking around. I said, nah, that's not a bootleg.
Turned out to be a naked bootleg.
Yes, the worst kind.
Loss of 1, 2nd down and 11. Williams will be out wide to the left. Nyman will be wide right. Dudziak a wingback left. He goes in motion to the left. Flag on the play, too much time. So the Steelmen cost themselves 5 more and now have a 2nd down and 16 back at the Admiral King 41-yard line.
Penalty of 5 yards, moves it outside the
4:26
46.
remaining to play in the first half. Don't forget, during the course of our ball game tonight, you'll hear from Al Hurstman with the high school football scoreboard. Second down and 16 from the 41. Dudziak goes in motion left, back to throw Shreves. Passes for Dudziak. He's got it at the 36 and will go down at the 36-yard line. Jason Jackson and Chris Walker on the tackle.
Chris Walker. He is 5.
So I'll give him a gain of 5 yards. We'll bring up third down and 11. From just outside the 35-yard line, they've got to get to the 25 for the first down. Strasser comes in with the play, and Williams will come off on the sideline. Strasser will be out wide to the left. Zabo flanks wide right. Dudziak a wingback right. Long signal count. Fake handoff. Quick pop over the middle. Dudziak's got it at the 25. He's to the 24. Fumbles the ball. And I believe he got it back. He fumbled it, and somehow as the Admirals converged on top of him, he managed to reach out with that big paw of his and sweep it back into him.
Yep, 1st and 10.
But Dudziak was wide open over the middle.
Just a quick little cutter. Just run across. That's, you know, you go down 5 and put your hand up in the air.
12-yard pickup on the play. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line of the Admirals. 3:16 remaining to play in the first half. Nyman flanks right. Strasser wide left. Give to Caven. Caven some running room. Cuts inside a block at the 20. He's to the 15. He's tripped up at the 14-yard line by Gabe Vasquez. He will be very close to a first down.
That's about the 3rd time tonight that Hakeem Caven has been taken down only by a shoestring tackle.
He's run hard, and he runs with good balance,
yes,
too. This is close enough for a measurement, so they'll bring the chain gang across. 6-9 here on WEOL. Strasser will be out wide to the left. Zabo a flanker to the right. Davis and Caven behind Shreves at quarterback. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Long signal count. Movement in the line.
I think that's going to, I don't know if that's going to go against AK or if that's going to go against Lorain that time.
One of the Admirals moved over to one of his own teammates and bumped them.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he crossed the neutral zone. Offside on the Admirals.
Yep.
Apparently he did. 5-yard penalty. He'll bring the ball to the 9-yard line.
Unofficially, 5 penalties on the Admirals, 30 yards.
And a lot of penalties we're seeing tonight is still a lot of inexperience.
Yes. Lorain's got a ton, 7 of them for 72 yards unofficially in the first half.
Strasser will be out wide to the left. Zabo a flanker, short side right. Handoff to Caven up the middle. 5-4-3-2 down to the 1-yard line. The hole just exploded open over right tackle that time, and Caven roiced in and got knocked down at the 1 by O'Neill. 1st and goal for the Steelmen at the Admirals' 1-yard line. Oh, there was some nice blocking up front on that play.
Nice blocking and lightning quick feet by Caven.
1st and goal from the 1. Backs are in the eye. They give to Caven, left tackle.
Nope.
Down to the goal line, didn't get in. O'Neill came in from the side. Coming from behind was DeTilio. And hitting him up front to keep him from going in the end zone was Vasquez. So he gained about as close as you can gain without getting in. 2nd down and goal from just inside the 1-yard line. Again, the receivers out wide, left and right. Backs are in the eye. Shreves a give to Caven, right side, touchdown.
Late handoff on that one.
Hakeem Caven takes it in from 1 yard out, his 2nd TD of the night. That's number 6 on the season. And the Steelmen go up 15-0 with 1:49 remaining in the first half. And Ben Sikora will be on to attempt the point after. Steelmen put together some nice drives tonight.
Yes, they have.
Waiting for the snap. Low snap this time. Shreves can't get it. He's looking left now. He's going to throw into the end zone for the conversion, and Dudziak catches it.
That was a busted play, but it works.
So Dudziak catches the busted play for the 2-point conversion on the pass from Shreves. Minute 49 remaining in the first half. Lorain 17, Admiral King nothing. We'll be right back. Minute 49 remaining to play in the first half. Lorain leading 17-0. Frank Shreves showing good presence of mind there after the low snap. He got to his feet, rolled to his left, and Jeff Dudziak just ran parallel with him in the end zone. Shreves was able to find him, and Dudziak made a nice leaping catch for the 2-point conversion.
Not only by Shreves to pick the ball up and do that, but for Dudziak to try to get himself open. And he found the corner of the end zone.
Vasquez and Hagwood back in double safety, standing at about the 15-yard line, awaiting the kick from Sikora. Here's the approach and the kick, and he kind of pops it up short again. Hagwood has a bounce right in between his legs. Picks it up at the 16. He's hit, breaks the tackle, and then he's going to get buried about the 17. The actual burying of Herb Hagwood took place near the 9-yard line once the initial resistance finally got to him.
And the Steelmen have come to play tonight.
Oh, man. Well, Terry King said they had a good week of practice. He also said they were a little mad because they were not happy with their performance against Midview last Saturday night. Kind of felt like they had something to prove tonight.
And they're proving it by the looks of things.
1st and 10 for the Admirals. Ball is on the Admiral King 18-yard line. Eye in the backfield. Jackson still in at the tailback. First down, Atkinson. On the handoff to Jason Jackson. Has some running room, breaks a tackle to the 20. He's to the 25. He gets outside right to the 26-yard line. Jackson looked as if he was going to get maybe 2 to the 20, but then he managed to kind of throw that dead leg out and broke the tackle and gained another 6 yards after that. So an 8-yard pickup, 2nd down and 2. And of course, what I mean by throwing that dead leg out is sometimes you dangle that one leg out and you kind of have it there like there's no support to it. And so they go for it, and then you bring it back to you, and all their tackling is there.
Yeah.
On 2nd down, Atkinson, the handoff to the fullback, Tyrone Brown, who we're glad to see is back in the game. And he busts his way for a yard to a yard and a half. He got hit behind the line at the 25-yard line, and just on sure determination got it out close enough that we're going to get a measurement for the 1st down, because that play really was not going to go anywhere. Anything he got on his own.
Basically stacked up at the line, and then he just kind of picked his way through, the black shirts that were there to meet him.
What helped on the play, though, was he got hit high and was kind of spun sideways, but nobody really tried to get him around the leg, so he was able to keep his leg movement going.
And any coach will tell you that as long as you keep those legs pumping, you're going to be okay. We've seen a lot of backs this year with great leg motion. Veerhoff from Elyria Catholic does a very good job at that. Last week, Jarrell from Elyria. Jarrell Madison from Elyria last week was excellent, just excellent at doing that.
Yeah, Don was real impressed with him last week,
yes.
Wasn't he? 3rd down and a yard to go for the 1st down. That was a 1-yard pickup by Brown. 30 seconds to play in the half. Atkinson looks over the defense. There's the pitch to Jackson, trying to turn the corner, gets outside 30, 35, 40, out to the 41, 42-yard line, has the 1st down. Nice run by Jason Jackson.
Excellent run.
Jackson had the Admirals' only touchdown last week against Sandusky in the 4th quarter. We'll give him the 42-yard line, so 1st and 10. Now we'll see if he got out of bounds or not. If they don't start the clock, he did. But they do start the clock, so he didn't.
Not a bad game, 15 yards.
13 seconds to go in the half. We'll see if Atkinson puts it up. Wide receivers, left and right. Titilio, wingback right. Here's the pitch to Jackson. He's going to run it again. Turns the corner again, 45. He is forced out of bounds at the 48-yard line. There is no time, however, showing on the clock of the Lorain City rivalry. And at the end of one half, it is Lorain 17, Admiral King nothing. We'll be right back.
Yes, we are. Yes, we showed up tonight. Bob Quinlan's here, and he hooked us up with WLCS. Channel 36. We're on the Cablevision tonight. We want to say hi to everybody watching the game tonight, but more importantly, you can, not more importantly, but also we're a part of the doubleheader tonight because our first game had Wally Mittis and Tim Alcorn over at Knights of Columbus Field in Elyria.
And here's the second half kickoff, and it goes to Herb Hagwood at the 20 to the 25, and he's knocked down at the 27-yard line by Greg Williams. I tell you, Greg Williams has been all over the place tonight for Lorain.
His number's been called a lot.
Played well both offensively and defensively. As a pass interception, has made a nice catch.
Don't forget, coming up at the end of the game tonight, Bob and I will select the WEOL Chronicle Telegram Player of the Game, where the outstanding performance in tonight's game will have $25 awarded to his athletic scholarship by the Elyria Chronicle Telegram.
Boy, we know each other so well now. We just lead right into each other, don't we?
Hey.
First and 10 for the Admirals from their own 32. Actually, a little closer to the 33-yard line on first down. Atkinson back to throw. Has time, gets hit as he throws over the middle. The pass is caught by Patterson. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, all the way down to the Lorain 24-yard line where Greg Williams makes the tackle. Two things. One, Tony Atkinson did a great job of standing in there until Patterson came open over the middle, and he took a shot after he threw the ball. And secondly, once Patterson caught it, he made a nice move to get outside and go down the left sideline where Greg Williams finally grabbed him at the 23.
Somebody saw something at halftime.
You got it.
And they made a correction. And the Admirals strike first here in the second half of play. Big gain down to the 24.
First and 10, eye in the backfield. Atkinson, long count snap, gives the ball off to the tailback. Jason Jackson. Jackson goes over right tackle and gets maybe a yard to the 23-yard line. Second down and 9. Tell you, that pass play woke up the Admiral King faithful.
Yeah, sure did.
Factor will be out wide to the left. DeTilio will be a wingback left. Backs are in the eye. Patterson is out wide right. Second down and 9. Atkinson to throw. Flares it out right sideline. Patterson, he's open at the 5, and the ball's knocked out of his hands by Shreves at the 2. If Shreves doesn't get over there and knock the ball out of his hands, it's a touchdown. The pass was floated out there very nicely. Patterson was open. He got his hands on the ball, and just as he was bringing it in, Shreve somehow got a hand in there and knocked it away. Third down and 9 from the 23-yard line. So close and yet so far. Hagwood will be out wide to the left. Patterson wide right. DeTilio in the slot right. Backs are in the eye. Atkinson. Play action pass, drops back to throw. Under a rush, gets away from run man. He's going to run to the 25, heads left sideline 20, breaks a tackle to the 15, down the sideline to the 10, and he's out of bounds, and he's got the first down.
Boy, what a great run by Atkinson that time. Saw that was a cover. Well, it would have been a coverage sack had he been taken down, but he had enough room, and he just had the defense not strung out. It was all over the place, so he had a chance to outrun it. Indeed, he did.
He broke 2 tackles on the run and got it down to just outside the 10-yard line. So first and 10 for the Admirals, just outside the Lorain 10. They can get a first down without getting it in the end zone on the goal line. DeTilio man in motion to the left. Here's the pitch to Jackson. Jackson tries to cut outside, breaks a tackle. He's to the 5. He breaks another tackle and goes down at the 4. He broke 1 tackle at the 5. Then he got hit by Dan Forbes and by Jason Sperry and goes down. They'll spot the ball where his knee touched right at the 5-yard line. So that's a gain of a little more than 5 yards. Second down, a little less than 5 yards to go for the first down. 5 exactly for the touchdown. Patterson will come wide right. DeTilio wing back right. Hagwood wide to the left. Backs are in the eye behind Atkinson. Atkinson. They give up the middle to fullback Brown. Brown to the 5, Brown to the 4, Brown to the 3. Breaks through to down to the 2 to the 1-yard line.
How did that white shirt come out of that gaggle of black? I'll not know, because he was all bottled up there, and then all of a sudden he just popped out.
Shreves, Christensen, and Sikora all had him at about the 4, and somehow he kept his legs moving
Good backs do that.
and got it down and just reached forward to just outside the 1. Again, they can get a first down without getting in the end zone. Factor will be wide to the left. Patterson wide to the right. Power I in the backfield. DeTilio the back to the right of the I. The give to Jackson, right side. He's hit it. Going to be bottled up for a loss on the play. You know, it looked as if there was a hole more to the inside, Mike, but he took it more outside. And they lose a yard on the play back to the 2, so it's 4th and 2. But again, he can get the first down without getting it in the end zone, but they'd have to get the ball almost to the goal line. And the Admirals, down 17-0, are going to go for it. 8.5 minutes remaining, third period. Patterson wide right, Hagwood to the left.
Either they score or they put Lorain in the worst field position of the night.
The give to the fullback, and Brown is down near the goal line. It's going to depend on the spot. Lorain is cheering. They think they've held, but it's going to depend on the spot.
I don't think so, Bob.
The officials are taking a look at it. We're going to get the measurement.
Depends if they put it where his knees hit or where the ball hit.
Yeah. All I was trying to say, well, Lorain was running off the field like it was a 4th and goal and they'd held him, and that was not the case. Again, I'm not sure if he picked it up or not.
They're going to measure. Here come the chain gang.
But I'll give Brown credit because he knew where he had to get to.
Yep.
He knew he wasn't going to get in the end zone, so he knew where he needed to try to get to, and he is shy. So Lorain will take over on downs at the 1. But he didn't miss it by much, Mike. Couple of inches at most. I mean, the nose of the football is practically, the back of the football, I should say, is practically touching the end zone line.
That doesn't leave much for a first down.
No. So 1st and goal at practically the goal line. Didn't leave Lorain a lot of room for error as well.
No, it does not. That's not exactly something you want to be happy about starting way back there.
In fact, Shreves comes down over center, looks at the defense and says, I don't like this play, and calls a timeout. Timeout, their first of the second half, so they have 2 remaining. The Steelmen go 1st and 10 from just inside their 1-yard line. Almost the entire Lorain lineup, except for the ball, is standing in the end zone. On first down, the give is to Caven. Caven comes out of the backfield. Stutter steps his way outside the 5 to the 6-yard line for a 5-yard pickup.
Little breathing room there.
Gabe Vasquez makes the tackle, and there's an Admiral down on the field. Admirals have gotten banged up a bit tonight.
Yeah, they have. The interesting thing is Jay's playing basketball upstairs, so.
Second down and 5. The handoff goes to Caven. Caven breaks through to the 20,
Goodbye.
25-30, 35-40, 45-50, 40, 35, 30, 25, and he's dropped down from behind by Herb Hagwood at the 24-yard line of Admiral King.
Boy, Hagwood just did a good job of staying with him, and he caught him. He caught Caven from behind. Nice run by Caven. Excellent pursuit by Hagwood.
And let's see officially where they spot it, at the 24-yard line. And that was started from the 7.
Oh, man.
So that's 43 to the 50.
Yeah.
And another 24. 67 yards?
26, 9, 69.
69-yard run.
69-yard run by Caven.
1st and 10. The handoff goes to Dan Forbes to give Caven a rest. He tries to turn the corner to the outside. He gets hit and knocked down by Chris Walker as he does turn the corner. Gets inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line. And that will be a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. So Dan Forbes comes in to give Caven a rest after his long run, and he makes a nice 7-yard pickup.
Well, unofficially, on 15 carries, Caven's got 147 yards after that last carry.
On second down and 3 yards to go. Backs are in the eye. Shreves, long count.
Stunt.
Hands off. There's the flag that gives to Forbes. Forbes is inside the 15, near the 14. He'd be close to a first down, but the play won't stand because the penalty is going to go against the Steelman.
Yeah, I think they got a little antsy seeing the Admirals dance around there. They had a stunt on. One of the linebackers came up and was showing like he was going to come through the hole between the guard and the left guard and the center, and then he ended up, well, making him nervous, but what the linebacker did is the stunt, he came around and looped around the defensive end, so he came in over the tackle, and it was enough to cause the penalty.
One of the few times the Steelman's offensive line has flinched tonight.
Yes.
So the ball comes back out to the 22-yard line, bring up second down and 9. I formation. Nyman motion to the left. Fake handoff. Shreves on the counter. He keeps the ball. He gets inside the 20-yard line, down to about the 18, near the 17. That hole closed up pretty quick, though.
Yeah, it did, but the defender for the Admirals did a good job of making Shreves eat that ball, take it up, because the linebackers were doing a good job of pursuit, and the trailer back for the Steelman really had no place to go because the man stayed at home.
4-yard pickup back to the 17-yard line. That'll bring up a third down and 3 for the Steelman. Strauser out way wide to the left. Short side of the field to the Steelman's right, which is where Zabo is coming in motion from right to left. There's the handoff to Caven, who's back in. Caven spin move, dances inside the 15, dives forward to the 12 and has a first down, but there's a flag on the play. Holding Lorain.
Ouch. Shoot yourself in the foot.
Steelman have had a couple of holding penalties tonight that have hurt them.
Yes, indeed.
One thing this game has not been without tonight is the penalty flag.
No, it hasn't been artistic.
No.
It hasn't been a masterpiece by any stretch. It's been exciting.
Very spirited. 10-yard penalty for the holding call from the point of the foul. Brings the ball back outside to the 28-yard line, and that'll bring up a third down and 14 for Lorain. Nyman will flank to the right. Dudziak will be tight right. Strauser is split wide to the left, and the backs are in the eye behind Shreves. Shreves back to throw. Under a rush. Flares it out with the left hand to Caven. Caven at the 30. Caven tries to get a block, tries to come outside left at the 28, and goes out of bounds at the 26. So that'll be a 2-yard pickup to the 26-yard line. That'll bring up a fourth down and 12. And the Steelmen will go for it. They're too far to try the field goal, but they're too close in to punt. 4:53 remaining third period. No one has scored yet in the quarter. 17-0. No, they are going to try the field goal.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's see. This would be 43-yard attempt. Snap. Ball down. The kick is up. It has the distance. It hits the crossbar and goes over.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, goodness.
It hit the crossbar and went over. Ben Sikora, his second field goal of the night from 43 yards out. 4:33 to play in the third period. Lorain 20, Admiral King nothing. Part of the credit on that has to go to Frank Shreve because he got the hold down. It was a high snap again, but he got it down and gave Sikora the shot at it.
He's got good hands for that hold because he's done a good job all night long.
Here's the approach by Sikora and the kick, and he was pumped for that one. Hagwood at the 14, 20, 25. Hagwood to the 30. Hagwood almost broke it, got brought down at the 33-yard line by one of the sophomores who dresses for Lorain but isn't listed on the program.
And Bob, you know that field goal drive?
Yep.
99 yards on 7 carries.
That's right.
7 plays. Started at the 1-yard line, actually less than the 1-yard line.
Actually, yeah, so a little more than 99, but they don't have fractions in football statistics.
Right.
Big play, the 69-yard run by Caven. 1st and 10 for the Admirals from their 33-yard line. Backs are in the eye. Back to throw, Atkinson looks, fires over the middle. Pass is caught by Patterson at the 46-yard line, and Shreves immediately puts him down. That was a nice throw on a nice look-in pattern by the wide receiver Patterson, and Atkinson delivered it right there.
And he was all by himself, and if he didn't catch it, it was going to go incomplete, and he caught it. First down.
DeTilio is still shaken up. Gabe Vasquez is in the game right now as the wingback. He will be a wingback to the left. Patterson is wide to the left, or wide to the right. Hagwood is wide to the left. Backs are in the eye. First down and 10. Atkinson to throw. Flares it out for Patterson. The jump ball down the right sideline at the 35-yard line of Lorain is incomplete, as Patterson and Frank Shreves were step for step and just ran out of sideline to try to bring the ball in.
That was a nice timing pattern to the short side of the field, and I kind of think Patterson kind of threw himself into the defender that time to see if he could get a call, but no call was made.
Second down and 10 for the Admirals at the Lorain 46-yard line. They find themselves down 20-0 with 3.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3.
Yeah, that was a heck of a field goal.
Oh, that was excellent. Line drive hit the crossbar and bounced over.
Yeah.
Vasquez comes in motion to the right. Atkinson fakes the draw, back to throw, fires over the middle, and it's caught by Patterson at the 40, and he goes down at the 37-yard line for a first down. Dan Forbes on the tackle for Lorain. He had to come back for that one. It was a little bit underthrown. He had to leave his feet to bring it in. It was also a little thrown behind him, but he had good hands on it, and once it hit, it stuck, and he brought it down in.
Yeah, it was an excellent catch by Patterson. Almost looks like the Admirals are going like a 2-minute drill.
Well, down 20-0, they might as well. They've been able to move the ball through the air this quarter. Patterson again will be wide to the right. Out of the eye. Atkinson, here's the quick pitch to Jackson. Trying to turn the corner, breaks a tackle, 30. He's to the 25. He's to the 20, breaks another tackle to the 15. Jason Jackson, the young sophomore, broke 2 tackles, and he runs it down to the 15-yard line.
And this kind of leaves you to wonder what's happening and why couldn't this have been done earlier?
Well, like you said, I think, at the beginning, for whatever reason, the Steelmen were just into it a little more than the Admirals right at the beginning. First and 10 for the Admirals. Factor wide to the left, Patterson wide to the right, backs are in the eye. Atkinson to throw, pops it over the middle. Pass is caught down at the 10-yard line to Gabe Vasquez. Ben Sikora was there on the coverage. He was trying to wrestle the ball out of the hands of Vasquez, but of course, even if they both had their hands on the ball, tie goes to the offense. So a 5-yard pickup, second down and 5. And DeTilio is back in now as a wingback to the left. Hagwood wide to the left, Patterson wide right. Backs are in the eye. Second down and 5 from the 10. Atkinson to throw. Quick slant in for Patterson, and he caught the ball at the 1-yard line and then got hit as well too early. It'd be interference, but if they give him the catch, they're going to take the ball at the 1.
Yeah, they'll decline that one, no doubt about it.
That's great concentration by Patterson as he got drilled by Shreves.
Well, this has been his series.
In the back before he caught the ball, but he managed to still hold on to it. Actually, the ball might be closer to the 2-yard line. Talking things over about it. The interference penalty against Lorain declined. They'll take the ball. Admirals were down here once before earlier in the quarter and couldn't get it in. Now late in the quarter with 2:15 to go in the period, they've got a first and goal at the 2. Factor wide to the left, Patterson wide to the right, backs are in the eye. Atkinson looks over the defense. Atkinson to give to Jackson. Jackson up the middle, gets bottled up. He'll be lucky if he got back to the line of scrimmage. He was just surrounded by black shirts. No gain. Second down and goal from the 2-yard line. Factor will come out. Hagwood comes in with the play. Down to 1:40 to go third quarter. 20-0, Lorain on top, but the Admirals knocking on the door.
Nice to see the Admirals get their offense untracked.
Patterson wide right. Hagwood wide to the left. Power eye in the backfield. The give to Jackson, left
No
side,
way.
hit from behind and down.
We lost a yard.
Ben Sikora, who has kicked 2 field goals tonight, did it defensively that time as he drops him for a yard loss. He hit Jackson high around the shoulder pads, and Jackson just dropped to the ground.
In the last 3 carries, Jackson's gone nowhere. He's lost 2 yards.
The Admirals do not want to be down here twice in the third quarter and have nothing to show for it.
Well, you got that right.
3rd down and goal from the 3. Factor is wide to the left. Patterson is wide to the right. Power eye in the backfield. There's the handoff to the fullback, Brown,
Lost
and he
another
loses a yard to the 4-yard line. Dave Larson was the first man to hit Tyrone Brown. And poor Tyrone's acting like he got hit by a Mack truck, and he comes up limping.
He may be feeling the effects of the time he got hit in the second period.
We're down to 17 seconds in the quarter. And the Steelmen are going to take a timeout. Interesting that they would take a timeout here. If the Admirals were going to go for it on 4th down, there's only about, to play the 4th quarter in this ball game is just about 2 hours old.
I know.
Eye in the backfield. Hagwood to the left, Patterson to the right, Atkinson to throw. Open is Detilio. Steady, can't hold it. Oh my.
What can you say? You can't say anything.
No.
There's nothing to add because the picture and just says it all. Because right now nobody feels worse than Mr. Detilio.
And those of you on Channel 36 know what we're talking about right now. Steelman will take over from the 3-yard line. 1st and 10. Or from the 4, excuse me. Flag on the play.
Probably somebody lined up in the zone. If that's the case, we go back half.
Unless it was the Admirals where we go forward 5.
Yeah.
Dead ball foul. Offsides, the Admirals.
Oh, so Admirals compound things this evening.
So now it will be a 1st and 5 from the 9-yard line for the Steelmen.
What's that, 3 or 4?
Offside penalties?
Yeah,
I believe that's the 4th one.
Yeah.
10 seconds to go in the quarter. Clock won't start till the ball's snapped. There's the handoff. Nice little spin move by Caven, and Caven gets buried by Patterson for a loss of 1. That's the end of the third quarter at George Daniel Field. The score, Lorain 20, Admiral King nothing. We'll be right back.
Quarter of play, that's for sure. Passing over 100 yards for the Admirals unofficially.
Steelmen are going now 2nd down and 6 after the penalty. Movement in the line, and here's a penalty again.
I think the Admirals are going to say they were drawn off, but we'll have to wait and see what the referees have to say.
Well, they had the stunning going once again, and then Detilio filled in the gap.
Yeah.
Illegal procedure on Lorain.
So the Admirals back them up.
So let's see. That'll put the ball now back to the... Where are they going to spot it? At the 3.
By my count, that's a 10th penalty on the Steelmen. If there's any drawback tonight, anything negative that the Steelmen can take away from this,
that
they're going to criticize, it'll be penalties.
So now they're looking at a 2nd down and 11 from their own 3-yard line. Szabo is flanked to the right. Strasser is out wide to the left. Dudziak's tight right. Backs are in the eye behind Shreve. The handoff goes to Caven up the middle. Caven spin move. Caven gets outside to the 10-yard line, and then he gets buried under a sea of white. But Hakeem Caven, a nice run of 7 yards out to the 10-yard line.
Yipper.
Brings up a 3rd down and 4. You notice when he gets into the line, the minute he begins to see pursuit coming to him, he kind of puts a spin to his run to try to give him a different kind of motion and also make him a little more of a difficult target to hit.
The one play that really summed it up is when he went to the hole and just spun out of traffic.
Yeah.
Really, it was a nice play.
On the option, the pitch to Caven. He's going to be trapped in the backfield, but he manages to break away and get back out to the 10-yard line. But the Admirals had that defense very well. Herb Hagwood and Jason Jackson on the tackle. So the Admirals hold defensively. They keep Lorain pinned deep in their own territory. And remember, their normal punter is not in the ball game now for the Steelmen. So Dan Forbes will be punting. This will be his second punt. Only Herb Hagwood is back between the 40 and the 45-yard line. If you're Admiral King, do you go for the block or do you try to set up a return, getting good, figuring you're going to get decent field position?
Well, they've moved the ball here. Yeah,
well, they're going for the return.
Yep, sure are.
Not a bad kick by Forbes. Hagwood gets it and gets buried.
He didn't call for the fair catch, and he paid the price.
At the 38-yard line, he got popped by Jason Paz. At the Lorain 38-yard line, Admirals in good field position. They've moved the ball this half, but still trying to get on the board. Atkinson on first down. Back to throw and play action. Under a rush, rolls to his left, fires the pass, is almost intercepted by Sikora at the 30-yard line. The pass was intended for Patterson, but Sikora got in the pass of the ball. I think even if Sikora, though, hadn't hit it, the pass would probably have been incomplete because it looked as if it would have been behind Patterson.
Yeah, it was also on a rope, and two of the Steelmen came in there and had a better chance of getting it rather than the receiver that time. So probably just as well that it fell away.
Second down and 10. Sikora already has one interception tonight on a tip. Greg Williams is the other for the Steelmen. Hagwood to the left, Patterson to the right. On second down, Atkinson back to throw. Under a rush, gets away. He's grabbed by the jersey and is going to go down for a loss back at the 48-yard line of the Steelmen.
Now, do they have in the grasp in high school? Because
no.
Because they were waiting for other people to come in because Atkinson kept his feet, and it took like two more Steelmen to knock him down, which, he wasn't going anywhere.
No, he wasn't. They give him forward progress to the 47, so that's a loss on the play of about 9. That'll bring up third down and 19. They have to get to the 28 for the first down. They're at the 47. Eye in the backfield. Vasquez comes in motion to the right. Atkinson to throw. Under a rush. Moves up in the pocket. Fumbles. Ball is loose. Picked up by one of the Admirals at the 50. Ball is loose again. It's grabbed by Christensen. He fumbles the football. It's loose on the ground, and the Steelmen come up with it down at the 37-yard line. We've also got a flag on the play.
Well, there's a little bit of everything on that one.
Oh, my goodness. We had how many fumbles there? We had, let's see. First of all, we had the quarterback fumble.
Yep.
Then it was picked up by his own man.
Yep.
Tyrone Brown.
Yep.
He ran it back near the line of scrimmage at the 47. He got popped. He fumbled the ball. It was picked up by Christensen. He returned it about 6 or 7 yards. He got hit and fumbled, and then was finally recovered by Lorain at the 37.
That's plays like this that make referees get gray.
That's right.
Because they have to sort out everything that happened, and they don't have the advantage of being up here and watching from a good perspective. They're down on ground level.
Meanwhile, Tyrone Brown has gone back over to the Admiral King sideline as he's gotten popped once again. And apparently, whatever the flag is going to be about, I believe it's on Lorain because they're talking with the Admiral's Henry Patterson.
Okay.
We have 9.5 minutes remaining to play in the game, 20-0. In favor of the Steelmen.
Well, if you can say one thing, this one's not been dull.
No, it hasn't. Face mask on the Steelmen.
Now, of the two varieties, which one would you say, flagrant or inadvertent?
Well, if it's 15 yards, we'll know what they said.
It's going to be flagrant.
Yep.
Oh, look at him march it off. Wow.
From the point of the foul, the ball will come all the way down to the 32-yard line.
A lot of things happen. The Steelmen were penalized.
A lot of things happen.
Wow, what an amazing grasp of the obvious, Mr. Ferguson.
Do all basketball coaches have that?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. So after all of that now they're talking to the Admirals on the far sideline. It's interesting. The penalty went against Lorain for Admiral King, but it was the Admiral King coaches who wanted the discussion because it's still third down. It's not an automatic first down. It's third down and about 3 from the 31. They get to the 28. They have the first down. Eye in the backfield. Hagwood to the left. Patterson to the right. Atkinson, the pitch to Jackson. Jackson behind some blockers. He's going to be hit and tripped up by Dan Forbes. Fumbles the ball. And Lorain has it at the Lorain 27-yard line. Jackson got hit by Forbes. The ball came loose at the 31. It rolled forward to the 27-yard line. And now they say the Admirals have it. They originally pointed to Lorain, but now they say the Admirals recovered, and they picked up a first down.
Gosh. A scoring nightmare here, excuse me. Who carried the ball?
Well, it was carried by Jackson. It rolled forward, but I don't know who fell on it to recover the fumble. First and 10 from the 27. The handoff goes to the wingback, and if that's Gabe Vasquez just got buried, which he did. Wambi Davis on the tackle.
Hit at the line by 32, Aaron Armstrong.
Aaron Armstrong was also there. He'll give him a loss of 1 on the play for Vasquez. Second down and 11. Near the 28-yard line. Eye in the backfield. Vasquez comes in motion left. Atkinson on play action, flag on the play, fires long over the middle, pass is incomplete, intended for Hagwood, but Hagwood and Patterson were both in the same general area on crossing patterns near the 15-yard line, and they brought about 4 defensive backs along with them. But the pass fell right in the middle of all of them to the ground, incomplete. Now we'll see what the penalty's about. Would appear it's going to go against the Admirals.
Probably about 10 yards. Had to wait all night to say that one, too.
And the penalty be declined because Lorain wants to take the down.
That's right.
So it'll be third down and 11. DeTilio will be in the slot to the right, or to the left. Factor wide left, Patterson wide right. Atkinson back to throw. Rolls left. Fires long, the pass is almost batted up, and it's intercepted by Christensen. To the 20, to the 25, he is down at the 26-yard line. It was intended for DeTilio. The pass was underthrown. Christensen bobbled it around the 7-8 line and then brought it in and returned it out to the 27.
Well, I'll tell you something. Tonight, the Steelman defense has just been drive busters. That's about what you can call them. You know, with 3 interceptions and 2 fumbles.
That's 8 interceptions on the year now for the Lorain defense. First and 10. Shreve brings them out. Caven still in the game at tailback. Ben Secor is now in at fullback on first down. Shreve to throw, fires long, passes incomplete. Intended for Strasser at the 39-yard line.
Just behind him a little bit.
DeTilio had the coverage. Steelman really have not had to throw the ball much tonight. So they probably, even though with the 20-0 lead, they probably put the pass play in just to give Shreve a chance to throw it.
That's what I was thinking. Because Caven's been so good at running the ball, you try to, you know, you can experiment now. At this stage of the game, you can kind of experiment with a few things.
Strasser is out wide to the right. Zabo flanks left. And again, back to throw is Shreve under a brush. Gets the pass away and will fall incomplete at the 40-yard line. He got blindsided by Chuck Nelson. And coming in on the blitz was Henry Patterson. I tell you, Shreve just got that ball away. It was intended for DeTilio, fell harmlessly at the 40, incomplete.
And it was kind of a floater that went off to the long side of the field, but it was a floater that was thrown in a part of the field where there was nobody else who was going to catch it besides the receiver.
Third down and 10 for the Steelmen from their 27-yard line. Out of the eye, they give us to Caven. Caven outside breaks the tackle, but then Patterson grabs him and pulls him down for a gain of 1 to the 28. Nice open field tackle by Henry Patterson over on a very elusive runner, Hakeem Caven.
27.
So in 3 plays, the Steelmen gain a yard, 4th down and 9. Forbes will be on to punt once again. Hagwood will drop back in single safety. This time, I would not be surprised to see the Admirals come after him.
I wouldn't be at least bit surprised as well. There's only one man going back, so they're going to have 10 men right up there.
He's standing about the 40.
Now they're dropping
Now they
back.
drop back too, so they're setting up the return, although they do have a pretty good rush on.
Bad kick.
Yeah, off the side of his foot. But he's going to get a fairly decent roll inside the 50 to the Admiral King 47-yard line.
47. Admirals take over their 1st and 10 from their 47.
So from the 28 to the 46, some points on the board before the night's over. Patterson wide right. DiTilio in the slot right. High backfield. Atkinson to throw. Looks, fires over the middle. Pass is caught by Atkinson, and it'll be a caught ball. He didn't trap it,
No, he did not trap it.
and it should be a catch.
I don't think the referee is quite
Referees,
sure.
they haven't made a call yet. Now they do. They call it a caught ball by Henry Patterson at the 33-yard line. That was a good call.
Yes, it was.
The ball did not hit the ground. It came and hit him in the shoulder pad, and he brought it in. But it never touched the ground. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. DiTilio a slot left. Hagwood wide left, Patterson wide right. Backs are in the eye. Atkinson on the pitch to Jackson. Jackson gets hit from the back behind, tries to turn the corner. He'll get a couple up near the 30-yard line. Tell you, Lorain's getting really good inside pursuit on that pitch sweep, because Jackson, the last couple of times he's gotten that pitch, he's barely been able to get out of the backfield. They're going to give him a gain of 2 to the 31-yard line. 2nd down and 8. And we have a Steelman shaken up on the field. Perry was the injured player for Lorain. There's a quick pitch out on a pass to Hagwood. Hagwood running up the middle. Hagwood gets to the 25-yard line, and that's where he's going to be pushed back on 3rd down and 8. So the Admirals will have a 4th down, and actually they give him the 24-yard line. So he'll have a make that a 3rd down and 1 at the 24-yard line. As I said, Jason Sperry was the player injured for the Steelmen, but he got up and moved back to the sideline under his own power. 3rd and 1 for the Admirals. Patterson will be wide right. Factor will be wide to the left. DiTilio will wing back to the left. Backs are in the eye. Atkinson, the give to Jackson up the middle, has some running room, gets hit around the ankle, but he should have enough for the 1st down.
Well, there's a big hole there, and all of a sudden that man comes up and lays a shoestring on him.
That was Chris Holko who grabbed him around the shoelaces. But Jackson did have enough of a forward push to pick up the 1st down at the 22-yard line. He picked up 2. He only needed 1. 4:44 remaining to go in the ball game. Patterson will be out wide to the right. DiTilio will wing back right. Hagwood wide to the left. Backs are in the eye. Atkinson rolls to his right, looking to throw. Under a rush. He's going to run 20, 15, breaks a tackle to the 10-yard line. He will be very close to another 1st down. In fact, should have it near the 10 or 11-yard line.
Just a great run by Atkinson. He turned the corner, got the corner. I really thought he was going to get nailed in the backfield. I really thought he was going to get nailed, but he's got some speed.
1st and 10 for the Admirals at the 10.
Now, it looks like there's enough there to get a 1st down, just about at the stripe of the end zone.
Which is where they were before, which they didn't make.
Yeah.
Eye in the backfield. They give to the fullback, Abrahamowitz, and he gets buried at the line of scrimmage. He hit the line and just got popped by Dave Larson. Also there was Dudziak, Jeff Dudziak. No gain, 2nd down, 10. 3 minutes, 50 seconds to play in the game. The Steelmen up 20-0. Patterson wide right. Hagwood wide to the left. DiTilio a wing back left. Backs are in the eye. Tony Atkinson back to throw. Looks, hit, drop, back at the 15-yard line.
Crushed.
Dan Forbes came through on the blitz. He was looking for Henry Patterson in the end zone and never had a chance. Loss of 5 back to the 15-yard line. 3rd down and 10 from the 15. Again, Patterson will be wide to the right. DeTilio will be a slot back right. Factor is wide to the left. Backs are in the eye. Atkinson to throw. Hit as he throws. Over the middle. Touchdown to DeTilio. So redemption for DeTilio as this time Atkinson stood in there, took the hit, but a nice pass right over the middle. The old Gary Collins pattern over the middle.
Yep. What is that, a slant?
No, there was a specific name for it, but I lost it just as I was thinking of it. Anyway, it's a good for 6 points, and the Admirals are on the board with 2:54 remaining. Here's the point after attempt.
High snap.
Ball down, the kick is up, and it is good. Kicked right through there by Mike Taliano. 2:54 remaining to go in the ball game. Lorain 20, Admiral King 7. We'll be right back. The Admirals finally get on the board with 2:54 remaining for DeTilio, his first TD of the season, and for Tony Atkinson, his first touchdown pass of the year.
Shift, onside.
Here goes the onside attempt, and it's going to be loose on the ground at the 49-yard line of Lorain. But I do believe the Steelmen retained possession. They did. Dave Renner almost had it go through his grasp.
I'll say.
Ball was showing as he was laying on the ground off his left arm, but he was able to just hold on to it. So the Steelmen, who only have 1 timeout remaining, will take over on their own 49. Just try to eat the clock and force the Admirals use their timeouts on defense. 1st and 10 from the eye. The give to Caven, 50. Caven hit at the 48, falls forward to the 47-yard line of the Admirals for about a 4-yard pickup. 2nd down and 6. Mike O'Neill and Tony DeTilio in on the tackle. By the way, that pattern we were talking about that I lost track of for a moment, there was the old post pattern that DeTilio scored the touchdown on. We're down to 2:06 remaining to play in the ball game. 2nd down, 6 yards to go for the Steelmen. There's the handoff to Dan Forbes in the backfield, and Forbes is going to be hit for a loss all the way back at the Admiral King 49-yard line. Loss of 3. Now we got a flag on the play.
Late flag.
Late flag. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Lorain.
Why? Why when you're up, 20-7?
Kids.
Yeah, tempers.
Yep. 15 yards on the penalty. Brings the ball back to the 35-yard line. So that means it will be...
Penalty is 15 yards for unsportsmanlike conduct against the Steelmen.
Oh, about 3rd down.
24 from the 35.
And about 24, 25 yards to go for the 1st down. Minute 44 remaining. Backs are in the eye. Szabo to the left, or to the right. Strauser to the left. Shreve on the draw, gives to Caven. Caven to the 40, Caven to the 42, to the 43, near the 44-yard line. And the Admirals will call timeout. DeTilio and Oscar Atkinson make the tackle for the Admirals. Single safety. Standing at about his 25-yard line. Good snap. 2-man rush. Kick is away. Good kick. Hagwood has the ball bounced by him, but I don't think he touched it. It was picked up by
Gonna down it.
number 81, Jason Pye, at the 15 on the run.
Pye thought that he had touched it.
Yes.
That's why he picked it up on the bounce and carried it into the end zone.
But the ball was not touched, so the Admirals will take over at the 15-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the Admirals at their 15. A minute 16 remaining to play in the game.
1st and 10, Admirals from the 15.
And the Admirals would like to at least move the ball down, possibly get some points on the board, but the Steelmen just want to run the clock out here.
Well, let's see if the Steelmen go into their version of the prevent defense. Factor will be wide to the left.
Oh, they ought to be going nickel if they're going to do that.
Yeah, DeTilio will be a slot back to the right. Patterson is wide to the right. Backs are in the eye. Atkinson back to throw on play action. Rolls right, fires, passes incomplete on a bounce for DeTilio at the 25-yard line. Ben Sikora had the coverage for the Steelmen. 2nd down and 10. As we are 2.5 hours into this ball game.
Penalties.
Yes.
Lots of them tonight. And incomplete passes, too, when it comes down to that. Because that stops the clock every time there's an incomplete pass.
But it hasn't been a game that feels like it's been 2.5 hours long.
No.
2nd down and 10. Back to throw Atkinson. Looks, fires over the middle. Pass is caught by Gabe Vasquez at about the 22-yard line. That'll be a 6-yard pickup and bring up 3rd down and 4. Clock still runs, though. 40 seconds to go in the ball game. The Admirals not hurrying out of the huddle. In fact, they're just getting the play right now. Factor will be wide to the left. Vasquez will be in the slot left. Backs are in the eye. Patterson is wide right. Atkinson back to throw. Looking, under a rush.
Coverage.
Runs up the middle. He's to the 25. He's to the 26. He's to the 27. He should have a 1st down on forward progress at the 27 with 6 seconds left to go in the game. And he does have the 1st down at the 27. But the Admirals have got to be ready to be there right as they get the chain set because the officials start the clock. He does. They don't have the play.
And that's
3,
all she wrote.
2, and wait. Now they call the timeout.
Oh, my Lord. With
1 second on the clock, they call the timeout. So the Admirals 4 on the season and 1 and 2 in the Erie Shore Conference. The Admirals Friday night here at George Daniel against Elyria. Here we go, last play of the game. And before we get the snap, dead ball foul before we got the snap. Illegal procedure on the Admirals, so that'll cost him 5. So from the 27, they're back to the 22-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15. And the Admirals are playing Christensen and Williams as if they were back in punt formation. That's how far down the field they are.
Yeah.
Hagwood to the left, Patterson to the right, Vasquez in the slot right. Atkinson back to throw. Looking, launches it long down the right side, and it's intercepted by Frank Shreves at the 50-yard line to end the ball game. So that will be the 4th turnover.
Yep, 5th.
5th turnover.
6th
turnover on the Admirals. And that is the 4th pass
yes.
that Lorain has intercepted tonight. So for the Steelmen, a very fitting way to end the ball game. The final score, Lorain 20, Admiral King 7.
The Eye of Lorain City Schools, WLCS TV 36.